the chicken dance! Welcome back to Kelsey's Corner. This is where we're gonna be making some chicken stir fry, hence the chicken dance. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's get to cooking. So today we're gonna make a chicken stir fry, and we're gonna make it completely gluten-free. So gluten-free meaning wheat-free, any derivative of wheat. Today's ingredients, we're gonna have chicken. We're also gonna put in some cinnamon, some anise, some black pepper. Don't sniff that, you're gonna sneeze. I did earlier. We do have some chili pepper here. It is cayenne pepper. And down here we do have some more chocolate. All of these ingredients are gonna make a wonderful stir fry, the cinnamon and the chocolate particularly, so let's get started. All right, so my first ingredient is water on the pan. Make sure that the pan is ready. So I pre-turned the pan on, let it get hot. Let's see how it's doing. Mamma mia, that's hot. All right, let's get cooking. So this is Worcestershire sauce. It's a good flavor. So this is Lee Perry's. This is gluten-free. So the gluten-freers out there, if you can't find good Worcestershire sauce, these guys are it. So we'll put a little bit of that on the pan. We're also gonna put some apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is great for a lot of different reasons. I would put a capful in. This can get really strong. So you just wanna put just a little bit. Next, I'm gonna put the chicken in. The chicken's first because you want it to cook a little bit longer. You don't want to undercook your chicken for reasons of salmonella, getting sick, that kind of stuff. So let's get this in here. All right, as that starts to warm up and cook, we're gonna add some different spices, so the ones we have laid out here, as well as some other ingredients. So I'm gonna start with the anise, which smells like black licorice. So I tasted a seed earlier. I'm gonna taste another one right now. And it has a black licorice consistency. So if you're looking for that taste, add it in. This is what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna put a little bit on top. And you wanna put your spices in at the beginning. That way it flavors throughout the cooking. So next, we're gonna add a little bit of black pepper. And a little bit of cinnamon. Now I would do, if you're looking to see how much tablespoon-wise, teaspoon-wise to put in, I'd put about a teaspoon of each and then figure out your flavoring. If you want more, add a little more to it. And you can always salt and pepper after the meal is cooked. All right, so now we're gonna go down to our chili pepper, which is also cayenne pepper. Make it a little spicy. One of my favorite and probably secret ingredients would be cacao, which is also known as chocolate. It's a pure raw form of chocolate, so it's not your Hershey's chocolate. It's actual 100% cacao from the cacao bean. We're gonna add a little bit of that in there too. So we have some other ingredients right here that we're gonna get into later. Right now we're gonna do some of the veggies. So the first one that I'm gonna do is a carrot. Carrot is great for a ton of different reasons. One of them is vitamin E. It helps with your skin, your eyes, that kind of stuff. So let's put this down in here. I love cutting stuff. It's so fun. And messy if you're cooking with me. All right, so I'm gonna go with, this is probably a good meal for 2 to 3 people or 2 people with large servings, which is always okay. I have a hungry man at home. So next I'm gonna put some celery in. And before they do that, I love cooking with celery because you can eat it as you go. It's a good filler, it tastes great in food. Remember, kids, if you're doing this at home, be careful with this kind of stuff. Knives are sharp, they can cut. So take your time, be slow. I've done this for many years, so if I seem fast at it, it's because I've been doing it a while. All right, next we're gonna go down into squeezing some lime in. Lime has a wonderful flavoring aspect, so we like to add it in just to get some extra different flavors going on. So this is the lime squeezer. Hopefully we don't squeeze it into our eyes. That would suck. All right, so now we're gonna get down to garlic. If you've never used garlic before, garlic is really strong, so you wanna use just a little bit of it to put in and flavor your food. We have a garlic shredder. So this little tool, you put the garlic inside, put a cap over, and we're just gonna go slowly back and forth just to get a little bit inside. And we used it all because I love garlic. All right, so I'm gonna stir this up so I can flip the chicken over. Get the flavors going everywhere. Onions. There's a couple tricks to not crying when it comes to onions. The first one, don't cut it. But if you wanna cook it and use it like I do, when you cut with it, you can either light a candle and that will take the smell or I don't know what it does actually. But if you light a candle, your eyes don't burn and it's fantastic. Another great tool would be for if you put goggles on, because then you just deflect it, or just chew gum. If you chew gum, for some reason it takes that away too. So just little tricks so you can cut onions. If you've avoided them, now you don't have to. All right, so something I like to do with my onions is cut them into a million little pieces. And I don't like to do it separately, I like to do it all at once. It's flying everywhere. Another strong ingredient would be ginger. I love ginger with chicken. A lot of people love ginger with chicken. So I'm just gonna put a little corner on and that'll flavor it enough. If I look like I'm crying, it's because I didn't take any of my tips and I cut an onion without a candle, gum, or goggles. So let's hope I don't cry over here. Or I could be having a rough day, you never know. I'm not having a rough day, I'm just crying because the onions. All right, so a little bit of ginger in there. This really smells fantastic. As it's cooking, you can really smell the Worcestershire sauce. The onions are a great add-in. They have great flavor. So the chicken is still cooking here. All right, so little things that I like to add in, oregano. Oregano is great for flavoring. It's a hidden flavor. I put it in almost everything I cook. Trust me, I love to cook. And then always, 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 my two favorite ingredients. They probably shouldn't be, but they are. Salt and garlic salt. Oh, you don't ever want to use a ton. Salt will completely ruin the meal if you put too much in. My own mother loves to completely dehydrate us with salt, so I try not to take after her and just put a little bit in. So, this is garlic salt. It has parsley in it as well. Parsley is another great flavoring, whatever you'd like to call it. It's absolutely delicious. In fact, garlic itself is my favorite thing to eat. I'm just gonna lick it and taste it now. So I do that at home anyway. Oh. Once you get more spices on, you always wanna flip your chicken around. That way you're mixing it into the sauce that you've created. Again, this is quick and easy. This has taken me, what, 10 minutes to cook total? All right, so let's check on our chicken. Ooh, you can really smell the ginger. You can smell the chicken cooking, the onions. The flavors just are superb in this thing. So we're gonna add a little bit more to it to finish it off. So our first thing that we're gonna put in, we're gonna go for sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are a great mix because they have a little bit of crunch to them, so that's why you wanna put them in towards the end. We'll just sprinkle some of those in there. We also have some coconut oil. Now, coconut oil has a million different benefits. So this one is from Vitacost. We love to get the extra virgin. We, me, myself, and I, love to get the extra virgin. It's also in a thick mix, so it's not in an oil as you would assume, because that's what I assumed when I heard it, but it's more in a thick. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in there to melt and mix up. And that way we're gonna have a ton of different health benefits, mainly our brains. Everybody wants to protect those, so. Now, as you can see in here, you can see all the different little things like the carrots, the onions, specifically the chicken is what we're cooking. This is my stir fry. I really love it because I love chicken. It's fast, it's easy. You can make this for families, you can make this for a couple, you can make this on a weeknight, all kinds of different stuff. So lastly, we're gonna add in our beans. They come in bean form. They're from wheatgrasskits.com. This is an unsprouted form. This is going to be the sprouted form. So if you take a look in here, they have little legs sprouting off the end. They could run away on you. Hopefully not, that would be creepy. So this is done in about 3 to 4 days. So you just stick it in some water. We'll show you on another episode how to actually sprout these. But we're gonna mix these in because beans are great with chicken, especially over rice. We're making our own sauce in here already. Let's throw a couple of these in. We're gonna stir this up a little and then put the lid on. And you wanna let it simmer probably for a good 2 minutes, 60 seconds if even. You just wanna heat it all up. The sprouts are already really soft. So to put it into the mix, you're just heating it up now. So let's put the lid on and we'll come back to that in just a second. Oh. While this is cooking, I want to remind you this meal is completely gluten-free. It is completely healthy for you. We used all fresh ingredients. So we just want to show you that cooking can be fun, healthy, easy to do, especially on a weeknight with kids. Chicken is cheap. It's easy. Throw it in a pot, start cooking it with anything. Modify it to yourselves. So we're pretty much done here. I'm just going to check to make sure so that the middle isn't pink. So take off the lid. Man, that smells so good. You should be jealous at home if you're watching this because I'm about to eat it. All right, so how I personally check the chicken, it's so soft that you can just literally cut it in half with your spatula. So that's what I did. I'm just gonna smack it in there and not smack it, but push it down. And as you can see, no pink in the middle. This is a real soft chicken, tastes real good. Well, I can assume because I've made chicken 1,000 times. But we'll taste it right now. So I'm gonna do a couple more choppings in here so I can put it into my rice nicely. Nice easy chunks to eat. And we'll mix this up a little. All right, so let's pour this in. I am doing enough for one person in this particular bowl. The serving size is about 1 whole chicken. Slice, not a whole chicken itself, that would be crazy. So, give it a second to cool down. This is as hungry as I am and I wanna put it in my mouth right now. That's not a good idea. You wanna make sure that it's cooled off and ready to eat so you don't burn your tongue off. Which I'm pretty sure I have no tongue because I do that all the time. And I'm throwing chicken around. Doesn't even want to be in my bowl. All right, so let's taste our newest invention here. So. You should be jealous. It is really hot. They're really hot. I'm starting to sweat under this wonderful fur cap I have on. All right, so the best part of that, you can taste the beans, especially in the different mix. You can taste the ginger, you can taste the pepper. All the different flavors are coming out in here. It was a total of 9 to 10 minutes cooking time. You just stuck it in there, stuck all the ingredients in there, and you're good to go. You should be jealous. This is fantastic. If you can see in here, there's just a few pieces of chicken and a few pieces of rice here. So I'm gonna take a bite of the chicken. And I ate more naturally because it's delicious. You can really taste the ginger, you can taste the spices. That's what's important about this. As you make your sauces, you're gonna flavor whatever you need to. It's chicken and rice. Something this simple and easy can be done any night of the week. So I just want to thank you for joining me today. It's been great. It's been fun. We won't always be cooking, but we'll always have fun. So see you next time. And I forgot my food.